I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old and a baby, and I have not stressed about dinner in months. I want to show you exactly what we ate this week and the system underneath it all that makes it simple. I'm a holistic health coach. I've spent years and years studying how food affects the body, and lately, especially in early childhood. And even with all that knowledge, maybe especially because of it, I used to stand in my kitchen at 5:30 completely overwhelmed. Because knowing what's healthy and knowing what actually to make tonight are totally two different things. What it solved for me wasn't more recipes, it was a framework. And once I had it, everything got quieter, easier. So I'm going to walk you through our whole week, a week of breakfast and lunch, and at the end, I'll tell you exactly how to get this structure that you can use with your own family. If this is your first time here, hit subscribe. I post every week about how to feed your family healthily without the chaos. Monday. So Mondays, we have gymnastics early, so breakfast is always a smoothie. Greens, fruit, hemp seeds, maybe a little vanilla protein powder. It's easy, it's quick, it's out the door. Plus my kids love smoothies. They always win. Lunch on Mondays is always Mexican, so rice and beans, and then something they can wrap or scoop. Sometimes it's a whole taco spread. Sometimes it's a burrito bowl. Sometimes I wrap things and throw it in the oven with a sauce for enchiladas. But I never wake up Monday morning anymore wondering what's for lunch. I already know. It's Mexican. Done. And here's something I do every single meal. I always make sure there's a safe food on the table that my boys will eat without negotiations. On Mexican Day, that's usually rice or especially a tortilla. So on days when beans are just not going down very well, they have something to eat. Tuesday. So on Tuesday we have co-op, so we need a quick breakfast, which is cereal and fruit. That's it. I'm not apologizing for cereal. We have a whole grainy type of cereal with low sugar. And honestly, the boys love cereal day. It takes 4 minutes. We have somewhere to be. Done. Lunch Tuesday is Asian day, so we'll have a base of rice and noodles, some stir-fry vegetables, and usually some marinated tofu in my air fryer. Now, my 2-year-old goes through phases with veggies at the moment. Sometimes he looks at them like they've personally insulted him. That's okay. I just keep presenting them, and he's got noodles and rice and tofu. Wednesday breakfast is always porridge day. Now this is where I want to tell you something that I absolutely love about this framework. It's flexible within the structure. Porridge day might be oatmeal. It might be leftover rice made into a porridge, because we often have leftover rice. It might be amaranth when I'm feeling ambitious and I feel like rinsing it. Amaranth porridge is amazing. See, the theme holds and then the specific thing adapts. And my kids love porridge day because of all the add-ins. So goji berries and peanut butter and hemp seeds and maple syrup. Lunch Wednesday is pasta day. This is probably the most enthusiastically received day of the week, especially by me. We do pasta with a lentil bolognese, or we do a cashew cream kind of mac and cheese situation. Sometimes vegan meatballs, always something on the side, a fresh salad or some fruit. Wednesday lunch in our house is generally pretty joyful. Thursday. So Thursday breakfast is cereal again. This was a shift I made somewhat recently because we have a play group in the morning and we need to get out the door. Plus, Thursday is Indian day. So to balance out the rich, thick, unctuous curry, cereal, a lighter breakfast really works out very well. And balancing that lighter with the heavier as a holistic health coach, it just makes sense to me. It's a rhythm. So as I mentioned, Thursday midday is curry. Now this is my favorite thing to tell people. The curry is almost always already made. I pulled it from the freezer the night before. I always make a big batch every few weeks, and then I don't have to cook curry the next few weeks. It's amazing. On Thursday, it just appears, right? From the freezer. I put rice in the rice cooker. I pull naan from the freezer. I have a full meal. Friday is French breakfast, so we have bread, hot chocolate, and fruit. My boys think this is a total celebration because we have hot chocolate. And I agree. It also takes about 7 minutes and it costs very little. I usually serve it with chia jam that I prepped in the morning, which takes literally 5 minutes, or last week. And then Friday lunch is soup. Now soup is the secret strategy of the week. Soup will eat almost anything. Any leftovers from your fridge, pop them in the soup. Whatever veggies are hanging out in your fridge, put them in the soup. Whatever grain you've got in there, put it in the soup. And then the bread from the morning slides into the soup quite well, and then usually with crackers on top. My kids love them, so do I. And oftentimes a side of fruit. Now, if I don't have bread, sometimes I'll make muffins in the morning because I get up pretty early, and they go over pretty well, and they can also be frozen. Saturday. So Saturday breakfast is tofu scramble, a savory breakfast for my husband. So every Saturday morning, I get the tofu scramble going, nutritional yeast, turmeric, black salt for that eggy flavor. We serve it with toast, and my 2-year-old has started asking for it, which took about 6 weeks of consistency for him to start really asking for tofu scramble by name. Consistency builds familiarity, and familiarity builds acceptance. This isn't a parenting lecture. This is just what has happened in my own kitchen. Now, Saturday midday is also very easy because the tofu scramble, I make a big batch of it, slides into lunch. So we put it into a burrito, or we mix it up with some pasta that's really delicious with some vegan cheese on top, maybe some avocado. Both of those things are really good with ketchup and or sriracha. If you know, you know. Honestly, it's one of the easiest lunches of the week because I don't have to do much. I just reheat it, wrap it, or I make pasta. Sunday is leftover day. Truly, I don't do too much cooking on Sunday. Sometimes I'll make pancakes at dinner because we have effectively eaten all the leftovers from my fridge, which is fantastic. No wasted food. Now, do I combine things that probably shouldn't necessarily be combined? Yes. But we're trying to not waste food here, so Sunday must be respected. Leftover day. And because I've come to this point where my system throughout the week actually works quite well, there's not tons of leftovers because some of them went into the soup and it works. But it's not luck, guys, it's the framework. One thing people always ask me about this is, what about dessert? And we actually have something sweet most days, every other day at minimum. Cookies, wacky cake, muffins. Not because I have endless time, I do not, but because the rest of the week is so systematized that often I actually have a few spare minutes in the afternoon, and I'm motivated, personally. See, that's the thing about decision fatigue that no one talks about. When you stop spending mental energy figuring out what's for dinner or lunch, that energy can go someplace else. For me, it goes into being a little bit more present with my kids and occasionally making a really good brownie. Okay, so this is not a perfect week. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes a stir fry gets rejected. And in that case, we do more plant-based yogurt and we're fine. But here's what I want you to hear. I'm not spending mental energy deciding every day what we're going to eat. The structure decides and I just execute. And that shift from reactive to rhythmic is what changed everything for me as a mom and as someone who cares deeply about what goes into my kids' bodies. You don't need more recipes, you need a framework that makes the recipes irrelevant. Now, I actually put the whole system into a free guide called the Calm Meal Formula. It's the exact structure I just walked you through, formatted so you can plug your own meals in. The link is in the description. Here's what I actually want you to take away from this. Not specific meals, not even theme days, though I do think that they will change your life. The structure does the thinking. You just show up. See, the best food system isn't the most perfect one. It's the one that runs quietly in the background of your real life, on your hard days and with your particular kids. This is ours. It works every single week. Full formula is in my free guide, the Calm Meal Formula. 10 minutes to read. The link is below. Now tell me in the comments, what is the hardest meal of the day for you right now? I read every single one, and your comments help me to shape what comes next. And I'll see you next week.